And a very good evening, good afternoon, and good morning even to you all, wherever you may be watching from, and welcome to some more boys soccer here on the Kahok Broadcast Club Network. My name is Zach Roseman. Glad that you're here with us today on this Thursday evening, the last Thursday in September. Fall has officially started, and actually maybe starting to feel like fall a little bit here in southwestern Illinois. Got temperatures in the mid-70s. It rained most of the day today. It was raining when I got here, about 20 minutes before the start of the JV game, but it has cleared up a bit, and it's actually turned into a pretty nice night. So we are here for some Southwestern Conference soccer. Second leg of the conference schedule has started. And for the Collinsville Kahawks, they will open it up with the Edwardsville Tigers. Kahawks come in with a record of 3 wins, 4 losses, and 1 draw. Coached, of course, by Rob Lugge. And they are coming 3-2 in Southwestern Conference play in that first loop. And they are coming off of a non-conference loss by the score of 1-0 to the Triad Knights on Saturday. That game was cut a little short by about 4 minutes due to some lightning in the area. And so, they dropped that one by a score of 1-0. Edwardsville, they come in at 6-1, 2-3 in Southwestern Conference play, and are coming. And their last time out, they dropped a 3-0 decision to the currently conference leading Belleville West Maroons. That game was last Thursday. JV game was pretty entertaining, back and forth, but nobody was able to find the back of the net. Ended in a 0-0 draw. And so, Edwardsville, of course, mentioned their 6-1 record. They are coached by Mark Heiderscheid. He's been around a long time and had a lot of success. Maybe not the most successful year so far for Edwardsville, but still should be a quality side. First time these two teams played earlier this year up at Edwardsville High School. It was a real barn burner. Kahawks picked up the win in penalty kicks. Went to the 9th kicker for each team, but the Kahawks were able to pull out the victory. We're going to go ahead and take our first break here. Be back in just a bit with the starting lineups for both teams, as well as any other information that may be of interest to us. Be back here in just a bit on the Kahok Broadcast Club Network.
My name is Rayshawn Taylor, collegiate basketball player at SIUE. At the end of January, I had an ACL injury. I've been searching for ways to come back as best as I can after the construction. Dr. Chris introduced me to the Sofwave machine. I'm gonna be honest, at first I was kind of scared because I didn't want it to shock me and hurt me too bad. And I had heard something about it, and I did my research on it, and it turns out it didn't actually hurt. It just was a good pain. It's just finding where it hurts to promote the healing, and that's exactly what it did. I've actually had this surgery before. This time I feel like I'm back on my feet quicker, much faster. I'm much stronger than I was up to this point last time. And honestly, I feel like I could play right now. I'm excited to get back on the court. Thankful that Dr. Chris introduced me to this.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahawk fans, before, after, or even during Kahawk games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahawk games live, as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carryout orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville produces their own spirits and beer on site, right at the restaurant. Pair that with some of the most unique menu items around the entire metro area, and you can see why they are such a hit. They can handle you and your family, or they can handle you and your group. Throw in the occasional live entertainment, and you can see why Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville, 618-855-8027 or online at oldheraldbrewing.com.
We welcome you back to broadcast booth here at Kahok Stadium, getting ready for some soccer between always fierce rivals, Collinsville and Edwardsville. I'm going to go ahead and give you the starting lineups for both teams now. For the visiting Edwardsville Tigers, Colin Schlechte will be getting the start in goal. He is a senior. In front of him you will find Lincoln Allwart, senior midfielder, Gavin Lieberman, a senior defender, Declan Hefferlin, a senior forward, Maj Hamad, the senior forward, Owen Lunsford is a senior midfielder, Owen Mailer is another senior midfielder, Parker McMillan is another senior midfielder, Kaveen Shrestha is a sophomore, and he will play defender, Ben Liardi is a senior and will be another defender, and Henry Vivian will be another senior forward for Coach Mark Heiderscheid and the Edwardsville Tigers, who are out there in their visiting white uniforms, black lettering and numbers trimmed in just a little bit of orange. White socks, white shorts. Collinsville, as you'll be able to see here once we get going, are in their standard home purple, all purple, lighter purple on the shoulders, and white numbers for them. I'm going to go ahead and take one more break here for the playing the national anthem and all that, and we'll be back here in just a bit for some exciting soccer action here on the Kahok Broadcast Club Network.
Herald Square and Cold Herald, two great additions to the Collinsville landscape. Next to the Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, Herald Square is a new outdoor multi-use event space in Collinsville. Concerts, fun and games, farmer markets, and so much more. Herald Square, a great space for Collinsville's future. And, just off the square's turf, Cold Herald, old-fashioned scooped ice cream gelato, house-made recipes, and premium sourced product. If you're over 21, ask about the good stuff at Cold Herald. Watch Collinsville grow. Herald Square and Cold Herald, two great new additions, only in Collinsville, Illinois.
To celebrate the life of your loved one should be as special as the person they represent. That's why you will always find the staff at Her Funeral Home in Collinsville ready to go the extra mile to meet the needs of you and your family during those times. For over 100 years, Her Funeral Home has been there for Collinsville and the surrounding communities. Of the many arrangements made after losing a loved one, the first is the selection of a funeral home. The staff at Her Funeral Home in Collinsville can help with that planning. Call Her Funeral Home in Collinsville at 618-344-0187. Her Funeral Home, serving Collinsville families for over 100 years. 618-344-0187. Looking for a new place to catch the game with a cold drink and some great food? Look no further than 1101 Bar and Grill in Caseyville. 1101 Bar and Grill features pizza, burgers, wraps, and salads, plus 7 large screen TVs to catch the latest Kahok games and all of the pro sports across the spectrum, and all the college football and basketball you can handle. 1101 Bar and Grill in Caseyville, 1101 Caseyville Road, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Call 1101 Bar and Grill for carryout orders at 618-223-1332. All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent service staff. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. And of course, All Pro Tees is your destination for everything Collinsville Kahawks. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville at 2240 South Morrison Avenue. Online at allprotees.com. Right across the street from Kahok Stadium. All Pro Tees, 618-344-2200. Projects in and around your home can be daunting and overwhelming. Take the stress out of those projects and let AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions do all the heavy lifting. Former Kahok Adam Welly can help knock those projects off your list. From framing drywall, painting, and stair work inside to deck work, hardscapes, and concrete and retaining wall construction outside your home, including power washing and brush removal. Whatever the task, AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions can help. Call Adam Welly for a free estimate at AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions, 314-252-8010. That's 314-252-8010. Got questions about Medicare? If you're approaching the age of 65, the answer to that question is a resounding yes. Bill Holton is a former Collinsville Raider and Kahok football player and is now an independent broker with Senior Health Plans, and he can answer all of those tough questions when it comes to Medicare. Which plan, which part, what's covered, and what's not. If you're approaching the age of Medicare and need those questions answered, let Bill Holton get you those answers. Bill Holton with Senior Health Plans. Call him today at 618-978-2306 or email Bill Holton at william.holton@yahoo.com.
The Collinsville Area Community Foundation is our community's charitable foundation. We connect people, support programs, and guide resources to help our community thrive. Our board is made up of local leaders that donate their time and expertise to identify opportunities for long-term community impact in and around Collinsville. Find out more about scholarships, grants, and ways to give back to the city we love by visiting collinsvillefoundation.com.
VFW Post 1117 in Caseyville is one of the area's longest-running VFW posts. VFW Post 1117 in Caseyville is your place to meet and join other area veterans. Plus, VFW Post 1117 in Caseyville offers all kinds of activities to help our veterans, as well as engaging the public with fun, food, fellowship, and a great time for great causes. Blood drives, fundraisers, raffles, and a Queen of Hearts drawing every Wednesday night. Plus, VFW Post 1117 in Caseyville has event space for your parties, celebrations, and other get-togethers. For more information, check out the VFW Post 1117's Facebook page or call the Caseyville VFW at 618-344-9878.
The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
We love to have you come work for the city of Collinsville. We have many positions available, from seasonal jobs to full-time opportunities in many of our departments. From police and fire to Gateway Center, Parks and Recreation, and City Hall. Our employees enjoy great benefits like comprehensive medical plans, paid time off, tuition reimbursement, and more. Visit the city's website, collinsvilleil.org, to apply and learn more about working for the City of Collinsville.
Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 1966 Vandalia, Collinsville Barbecue Supply is your one-of-a-kind barbecue headquarters that focuses on everything barbecue and cooking, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, in-person class instruction, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts, including an in-house chef and pitmaster. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning sauces and rubs that supports our nation's first responder and military organizations that focus on the fallen, suicide prevention, and PTSD awareness. Stop on by, see the guys at Collinsville Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of the 4-time world champion Patriot Sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at collinsvillebarbecue.com or call 618-855-8855.
We welcome you back into the broadcast booth here at Kahok Stadium. We've introduced the starting lineups, and we're getting ready to go here now. Both teams huddling up. Mentioned before, Collinsville will be in the home purple, Edwardsville will be in the road whites. Tigers will be shooting right to left. As you're viewing it on your screen, the Cahoks will be going left to right here in the first half. No wind to speak of. Solid crowd on hand here at Kahok Stadium. Mentioned earlier, we got a fair amount of rain today, but looks like it's cleared out, and you can tell it's fall as we're here at 6:45, and the sun is already definitely beginning to set.
Collinsville put the ball in play to open the game.
Collinsville will start with the ball. It'll be Juan Carlos Dory to kick things off, and we are underway. Quickly, the Cahawks push it forward, and it's headed away by one of the Edwardsville defenders. That is Lieberman back there. And quickly, the Tigers push it forward, but it will be let go out of bounds there by Tyler Hunnebrinker, and it'll be a throw-in for Collinsville. Hunnebrinker will leave it for, I think that's TJ Carter, and he pushes it forward off of an Edwardsville player. And staying in play, Doria with it now. Tried to get it to Munoz, but unable to do so. Back now for Evan Wilkinson getting the start tonight. And the Cahawks will push it forward into the midfield, and Wilkinson will push it forward to Munoz, the leading scorer for the Cahawks. And already you can tell he's getting a lot of defensive attention there from the Tigers. Wilkinson nearly dispossessed there by McMillan, and indeed the Tigers do wind up with the ball, pushing it forward. And a nice job there from Jake McIntyre sliding over, and it'll be a deep throw-in for the Tigers here just over a minute in. Throw comes in, not very far. And Edwardsville will attempt to center it, trying to find Hamad with it. And working it now over for Shrestha. Pushing it forward, headed into the box, but Henson is able to grab onto it. Her shot on goal for the Tigers, but not a major threat, and Henson hits it high into the evening sky. Off of the head of Munoz, coming it down now to Doria. He's trying to feed it up to Munoz, but back there to make the play on it is Shrestha, and it'll be a throw-in for Doria. He'll take it pretty quickly. Up now to Munoz, and his cross is in off of a Tiger player, but Doria will able to maintain possession. Left-footed strike. No major threat to the goal, and it'll be a goal kick coming up for Colin Schlechte. Quickly moving it forward are the Tigers. And it's up into the middle now off of the foot of Wilkinson, it looked like, and it will be a throw-in for Edwardsville. I'll leave it behind for one of their defenders over there. Not sure who that is. Couldn't quite get a number. Sorry about that. Working forward are the Tigers. And working it now over for Hamad. And his shot is up and through the football uprights, which does not count for anything in soccer, obviously. So it'll be a goal kick for Braden Henson. Very early on here in proceedings, as Henson puts it back into play. Headed down there by Liardi, I think. And the Kahawks will push it forward once again, but quickly finding one of the Edwardsville players, and pushing it up now is Hefferlin, working it over on the far side sideline, but Carter able to make a play on it, getting it now to Mendoza, I believe, and up now to Sebastian Munoz, and he'll work it forward, but it's cleared away there by Liardi. Kahawks maintain possession for the moment, but Hefferlin does a good job there in that center of the field role. And the Tigers will maintain possession. Wilkinson able to make a play on it, getting it now to Carter. Up now to Rodrigo Hernandez Mendoza. And trying to go across the field, but stepping up on that one nicely is Mikey Suarez. Huntebrinker will pop it up into the air. Nobody wearing purple able to get to the ball, and so Edwardsville will maintain possession here, but not for very long. Collinsville will push it back forward off of Shrestha, and it will roll relatively harmlessly to Shilekti, and we'll have another goal kick for the senior keeper for the Tigers, or we'll just go ahead and throw it out, and gets it pretty far. Up there for Hamad. He tried to put on a back heel, and he will just go ahead and push it across. Nobody there in purple to make a play on the ball, although making an effort there was Hernandez Mendoza, I believe. But working it up forward now for Shrestha, just a sophomore. Not too often you see a sophomore start for the Tigers. Puts a nice cross in, but Carter will let it go harmlessly. A little too strong on it, and it'll be a goal kick for Henson. Might start to take effect here. It has not truly fallen, but it's certainly approaching, as we're not quite 5 minutes into action here at Kahok Stadium. Henson taking his time, but does now put it into play. Low line drive, gets partially through. Kind of bounces around a little bit, and Edwardsville will come up with it. Pushing it over now for Hamad. And Hamad will work his way forward and doesn't get a clean strike on it. And so Mikey Suarez will quickly throw it into nobody in particular. Shrestha will keep it in. Munoz over there for Collinsville, but Shrestha will get it right back off of a Tiger header. And now Hamad with it. A lot of Kahawks in there just kind of fighting hard, but working well, and then cleared away by Suarez. It'll be a throw-in for the Tigers, and it looks like it'll be taken by 16. That is Liardi, one of the captains, or at least he's got the armband on. Headed there by Munoz, but not a great strike on it. Glasses come off, but he grabs them quickly, and it'll be another throw-in for the Tigers, and it will be taken again by Liardi. Looks like he's going to put a fair amount of effort into this, and he does. Gets it out towards the top of the 18, but it's headed away, and Edwards will maintain possession. Over there in the far corner, Carter marks it well, and it will be a corner kick, looks like. This will be the first of the game, first for Edwardsville. Corner comes in, slicing away, comes down pretty cleanly, but cleared away at least temporarily for Collinsville. And a big strike rolls through, and might have caught a deflection, but Henson's able to get to it. And will be another opportunity there for Edwardsville that results in not much. Henson skies that one, and off of the head of Lieberman, and the Tigers will maybe start to work their way forward. Shrestha with it, and he just pushes it out of bounds. Suarez working quickly, and he'll take a throw in to, and not a lot of support. and whiffing on it there was Liardi, so it'll be a throw in there for Hernandez Mendoza. He quickly puts it into Doria, but no support, but Rodrigo able to fight around with it, and Edwardsville able to clear it away just briefly as it goes off of Suarez's head, and it'll be a throw in for the Tigers. Throw in was pretty far. Trying to get it there now to McMillan, and Edwardsville will work it forward. Hefferlin over onto the far side and trying to make a move, but he left the ball behind. Carter able to make a play on it. We'll have our first substitution as Collinsville brings in, I know it'll be to replace Dominic Mann. Is that older brother?
Giovanni Mann.
And it is. Giovanni, the sophomore, comes in for Dominic, the freshman. It'll be a throw in from Collinsville from right at midfield, pretty much. Kept in there by Munoz, I believe, but Edwardsville are able to clear it away. Plenty of purple shirts back. And eventually Edwardsville will come up with possession, working it over now for Hamad. And Hamad will work it up there for McMillan. And it goes off of the foot of Suarez, and it'll be a throw in from Edwardsville from about, not quite 30 yards out. And they'll just take it pretty quickly. There from Shrestha. Shrestha gets it back, but it's cleared away by Suarez. Off of the head of Doria, trying to find Hernandez Mendoza, and he puts some pressure on, and so Edwardsville will just play it back to Schlechte. And he'll recycle it over to the other side of the field. Tigers working their way forward. And stepping up to make a play on it there is Doria. Goes out of bounds, will be Tiger possession. And pretty good crowd on hand, nice weather. Like I said, maybe a bit humid from all the rain we've had as the ball goes out for a Collinsville throw-in. But you really can't ask for too much better. Headed by one of the Tiger players, and it will go out of bounds and will be Tiger possession. Throw in coming in off of Hunnebrinker, and it goes out of bounds again. Will be another throw in for Edwardsville, as Coach Heiderscheid has some faces coming up off the bench. Look to be a substitution here. Not a great strike there, and it will come to Hamad, but defended well there by Collinsville, at least for the moment. And good job there by Sebastian Munoz, able to contain it. It'll be a throw-in for Shrestha. Not a great strike of it there from, I think that was Hefferlin. And they'll play it back to Miardi, and now up to Shrestha. Suarez dispossesses him, and that was deflected, so it'll be another throw-in for Collinsville. Suarez going quickly off of the head of Liardi. And maintaining possession there nicely is Owen Lunsford. First time I've called his name. Doria with it now for Collinsville. And he gets around Shrestha and is taken down, and that will be a foul. Be from about 50 yards away, so unlikely that it'll get put in directly. Looks like Suarez will be the one to take it. And he puts a solid chip on, but it's headed away and will go out of bounds for a goal kick. Substitutions for both teams now as will bring in Enrique Carranza. And Edwardsville
Substitutions number 6, Caden Bernay, number 12, Soren Selberg.
bring in Caden Bernay and Soren Selberg. Both seniors, both listed as forwards. Carranza listed as a junior, listed as a midfielder for Collinsville. Although he did score a goal in the game against Belleville East that I brought to you, as that ball is pushed up quickly, but not the greatest pickup from Lunsford. And it'll be worked back to midfield by the Kahawks. McMillan will try to get it back to his defense, but it goes off of Carranza, and it'll be a throw-in for Edwardsville. Working its way forward now are the Kahawks. And coming up with it now is Carranza. Gets up to Suarez and chips it to nobody in particular, and Schlechte will just let it roll to him in the box. We'll pick it up now, 27-10 and counting to play here. Our first half. 2 40-minute halves is standard high school rules, at least here in Illinois. And Schlechte puts a pretty good boot onto that one. Headed through, and Carter having a fight for it, but Mann does a good job coming over and will clear it away. Let the Kahawks get their defense a bit more set. But it will be a throw-in for the Tigers, and they'll just play it back to their defenders. And everything else there is we have another sub set to come in for Edwardsville.
Edwardsville substitution, number 26, Zane Maxwell.
As they will bring in Zane Maxwell, junior midfielder. Working their way forward are the Tigers, attempting to get it across the field, setting it up there for Selberg. And he is able to keep it in. And unable to do so that time was Shrestha, so it'll be a throw-in for Collinsville, taken quickly by Suarez, getting it up there for Munoz. Munoz over to Carranza, and he'll play it to center back for Edwardsville, which right now is Hamad. Or no, not Hamad. That's 3, not 7. Lieberman, excuse me. Working it over here on the near side for Liardi, and up now to Shrestha. Off of the foot of Suarez, and then chipped over by Shrestha again. Munoz racing after it, and he does a good job keeping it in. And a big collision there, and it'll be a foul on Munoz. So a free kick for the Tigers from near side sideline, about 30 yards out. Collinsville will make a substitution here. 2 substitutions, as a matter of fact. And it will be Shrestha to take the free kick, as he'll ask the referee to march off the space before they can set up the wall. It'll be Suarez and Doria, I think. Free kick comes in from Shrestha. It has some nice bend on it, but able to make a play on it there is Henson. Picks up his second save and will quickly push it forward off of the leg there of Mann. Hunnebrinker fighting for it now for the Kahawks. As we have some Wilkinson, nice showcase of a little bit of physicality there, pushing it forward, trying to find Doria, I believe. That might be Munoz, actually. Over now on this side for Shrestha, and back now to Liardi. And he'll just dump it down the whole length of the field, and Henson will let it roll into the 18-yard box, and before he picks it up, 24 minutes just under now to go here in our first half of play. Chipped forward by Collinsville, and whiffing on it is Liardi. Carranza making his way forward, using that big frame of his, but Edwardsville does a good job of dispossessing him. Chipped forward by Munoz, and Wilkinson and Carter will make an effort at it, but Edwardsville will maintain possession. Hefferlin, I believe, will push it forward off of Suarez and then off the head of Lunsford, I believe. Collinsville defenders stepping up well. Carranza with it in the midfield now. And we'll go ahead and just play it back to Mann, who pushes it forward and is able to find Doria. Doria will play it back to Mann and now to Carranza. And he able to, well, looks like Carranza will be called for a foul, so it'll be a free kick here. 3 substitutions for Collinsville, 2 for Edwardsville. And quickly taking the free kick there is Lieberman. And cross now, a lot of stretch on it, but it would have been offsides anyway, says the linesman. And so it'll be no major threat. Henson will go ahead and take the free kick for the restart. And he gets it across midfield off of the head of one of the Edwardsville players. And pushing it forward now. And we'll come down now to Suarez, and he'll push it up to Carter, who doesn't really have anybody around him for the moment, but quickly closing that gap is the Edwardsville player. I think that's Maxwell, as of a foul called against Collinsville. And they're going to move it over there. And the free kick will be taken by Hefferlin, I believe. And he'll push it forward. And floats around, but Collinsville are able to clear it. Up now to Carranza, and he pushes it forward, but right to an Edwardsville player. Crossed into the box. Suarez there, able to get head on it. And it'll be cleared away out of the reach of Shrestha, but it will be Edwardsville possession. So Shrestha will take the throw in, as all those subs can finally come in.
Substitution for Collinsville, number 9, Jackson Kiefner.
Jackson Kiefner, Rodrigo Hernandez Mendoza, and Dominic Mann in for Collinsville.
Edwardsville substitution number 15, Jackson
Liffritz and Jack Marty back into the game for the first time for Edwardsville. This ball headed away. It'll be a throw in for Edwardsville, taken by, looks like they're going to let Liardi do it. Probably still a little bit of moisture in the turf, but it's drained pretty well. And Liardi will throw it in pretty far, and he does so again. Headed away by the Kahawks. Doria will come up with it and able to push it forward to Munoz, but he doesn't get a great touch on it. And there for Edwardsville was Liffritz, who just came in. And the Tigers able to maintain possession. We'll push it forward, but that one's a bit too strong. Hunnebrinker will actually get beaten around, and that will be a shot and a save. Nice job there from Henson. A bit of a sudden opportunity. Hunnebrinker let the Edwardsville attacker get around him, but Henson able to make a good save, and that'll keep us scoreless here as we're just past halfway through our first half of play. Edwardsville throw in here. And we're ready to go now. Edwardsville working it forward, but it's quickly punted down, and will be a throw-in from deep in their own end for Edwardsville. And I'll go ahead and try and push it forward. Gets over the top of Doria, and it will be Collinsville possession. Throw-in will come from just in front of the Edwardsville bench. Comes in, gets over one Edwardsville player, and is just a good shepherd there from the Edwardsville defender. I think that's Hefferlin back there. And it will be a free kick, or a goal kick, excuse me, for Schlechte. He'll push it up here for Shrestha, and he'll play it back to Lieberman, I believe. Stepping up on it now is Jackson Kiefner, just came in a moment ago, and it will be a throw-in for Jackson, the junior forward. And playing it up now to Doria. And him and Munoz will play catch. Stays in for the moment. Doria with it. Edwardsville defense looks pretty solid, though. Push it back up there in the middle for Mann. And his shot from the top of the 18 is blocked. And Schlechte is able to collect it after an initial bobble. And it'll be a quick throw from him. Getting it up now there for Selberg. And Selberg will play it back to Shrestha. And he'll try and play it across the field. He's able to do so successfully. And Carter's able to step up and make a challenge on it, but it goes straight back to one of the Tiger defenders. That is Lieberman, I believe. And the Tigers will work it forward. Got it about midfield now. Nice move there to get around Carter, but unable to do so while staying in bounds. So it'll be a throw-in for Collinsville. And Carter will leave it behind for, looks like Suarez. It's moved over to that left side, as they've got Kiefner back here in the right back role today, as that's deflected across and will be a goal kick for Edwardsville goalkeeper Colin Schlechte. 17 to go, still scoreless here at Kahok Stadium. And Schlechte will just lightly, relatively speaking anyway, push it forward, but he had some space and opportunity. And they'll play it back to Schlechte. And there's space over here for Shrestha, and Schlechte is able to do it. Shrestha just does keep it in, and he'll chip it up, trying to get it there to, that was Bernay, it looks like. And Edwardsville still able to maintain possession as a train comes by on those tracks just on the other side of Morrison Avenue. That one's knocked out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Edwardsville, but we have a substitution first and foremost. See if we can't get an ID on him. At 5.
Edwardsville substitution number 8, Jack Kiergan.
Number 8, Kiergan. Junior forward for the Tigers. And the throw-in will come in. Edwardsville playing it back and trying to find it, get it to the midfield, but Collinsville able to, for a moment it looked like they were going to take over possession, but Edwardsville able to maintain it. Here is Shrestha up now and able to get through quite a bit to Selberg, but nice job there from McIntyre stepping over to clear it away, and it will be Edwardsville's second corner of the day. We have another sub coming in. McMillan will head out. As Collinsville brings back in Evan Wilkinson.
10, Owen Mailer.
And Owen Mailer comes back in for the Tigers. That will actually be a throw-in, but still deep in Collinsville territory as that ball is cleared away briefly. It'll be another throw-in for the Tigers. And it looks like they're going to have Liardi do one of his deep ones. They're going to, well, he's going to hold on a second, but will come in and gets over the top of the initial Collinsville defender, still in the 18-yard box. But a good job there by the Collinsville defense. No foul called, but Edwardsville able to maintain possession. But it's less of a danger as that, like that should be a foul, and it is. It'll be a free kick from over on the far side for Edwardsville. Under 15 to go here in our first half of play. Collinsville will set up the wall. Edwardsville have two guys back there. And the free kick comes on left-footed, and it's a strike just saved by Henson. And that will be a corner kick for real this time for Edwardsville. This is their second of the match. And headed in, but able to save it there is Henson, and he just is able to keep it out. Nice job there from the junior goalkeeper for Collinsville, and he'll push it forward as we have a whistle for something. As a Collinsville player is down back behind the play. And we'll go ahead and stop the clock here. 12:54 remaining. Not sure who that is. I don't want to speculate. Looks like a 20. Sebastian Munoz. Well, hopefully he's okay. Well, he's being attended to. We're going to go ahead and take well, I think we're going to go ahead and wait this out, actually. As we'll have some substitutions made. TJ Carter back in for Collinsville, and Edwardsville will make 4 substitutions. And it looks like Munoz is up, which is always a good sign. So we'll go ahead and get back underway here in just a moment.
Substitution number 18, TJ Carter. Substitution for Edwardsville number 4, Declan Hefferlin.
As Hefferlin.
Number 9, Owen Lunsford.
Lunsford.
Parker
McMillan all come back in. It'll be a it should be Collinsville possession here on the kick. Actually, there was. Yep. Okay. Still a long way to go, but we are about ready to get back underway here. And there we are. Off of Carter, we'll come to the Tigers, but unable to get there. But Wilkinson able to grab it nicely. Play it up for Carranza, but Hamad comes in, and getting bit pretty hard there by the turf monster is Vince Palmisano, who is into the game for the Kahawks. And we will have a foul committed somewhere by one of the Edwardsville players, so it'll be a free kick for Mikey Suarez from just about 40 yards out. A little more than that, says the referee. Try and get this set up here. And it's chipped in pretty well, but Schlechte does a good job able to get to it, and he'll go ahead and fling it out there nice and quickly for Hamad. And Suarez is able to get a piece of that one, but it will be Edwardsville possession. Shrestha will take the throw in. Nope, he'll go ahead and leave it for Liardi. And he'll just play it back to Lieberman. Carranza will apply some pressure, and so it'll just be played back to Schlechte, who puts a real nice kick into it. Able to flip the field there. Suarez does a good job deflecting it there off of, I think that was Hamad, and the linesman will say, no, Mikey, you can't quite come that far up. Back there. Actually, you say you can come up here. They actually call a foul, so it'll be a free kick for Suarez. Just about 11 minutes to go here in our first half of action. And that one's pretty low. Picked up there by Lunsford. Wilkinson had it for a moment, and it's pushed forward there by Mann. And able to come up there is Wilkinson, using that fairly large frame of his by soccer standards. And off of the shoulder there of Mann. Or Kiefner, excuse me. 9, not 8. Schlechte comes up with it, and another real strong throw. Carter hustling back. And he is able to force some backwards play. Collinsville playing fairly stout defense so far, after Edwardsville had a little bit of a chance a few minutes ago. It'll be a throw in for the Kahawks as 2 substitutes come in. Palmisano will come out as Munoz re-enters.
Substitutions number 4, Juan Carlos
And Doria will re-enter as well. Bringing in some more of the offensive firepower. 2 leading goal scorers for Collinsville. Do not have any stats on Edwardsville, but I know Hamad has scored a few goals, but I don't have exact numbers, unfortunately. Munoz with it. Suarez able to play it up into the air and off of the head there of Wilkinson, but it will come back to Shrestha. And he'll pop it up into the air off of the head there of Hunnebrinker, and it'll come up for Doria, but he doesn't have a whole lot of support. And he'll play it forward now, trying to get it to Rodrigo, to Hernandez Mendoza, but unable to do so successfully. Nice crossfield pass to find Hamad, but he doesn't have a ton of room to work. And he puts on a pretty nice ball, but able to make the play there is Kiefner. And it's pushed forward by Wilkinson off of the head of Liardi. And back to Shrestha, and now back to Liardi once again. He'll put a major strike forward, and this is a real nice ball. Carter back there. Collinsville able to get numbers back pretty quickly, but Edwardsville will maintain possession. Over here for Hamad, and he whiffed on that one. And it is deflected by Hamad, and will be a throw-in for Collinsville, who will re-enter Enrique Carranza. 8.5 to go here in our first half of play.
Collinsville substitution number 26, Enrique Carranza.
Throw-in comes in off of the head of one of the Edwardsville players. Wilkinson and Hamad will fight for it. Playing it back now for Lunsford. He'll play it back to Shrestha, who's just able to keep it in. And now to Liardi. And he'll go play it across the field over there for Hefferlin, I believe. He puts on a nice ball forward off of the head of one of the Edwardsville players, but Suarez will let it roll to Henson harmlessly. And it'll be another ball put back into play by the junior goalkeeper for Collinsville. Bounced forward. Carter with it for a moment. And making a play on it there. Nice job from Mann, I think. Wilkinson pushes it forward, but it finds an Edwardsville player. And that did not stay in bounds. Substitute in for Collinsville, as that is
Collinsville substitution number 8,
as
Giovanni Mann.
Giovanni Mann will come in. I've not seen High Starko. Don't know where he's at, but I'm surprised we've not seen him. He was not a starter. Maybe he's, well, like I said, I don't want to speculate, so I don't know. It'll be a throw-in for Edwardsville here. Under 7 minutes to go now. Night has well and truly fallen here. Edwardsville working their way around with it. A nice crossfield pass to Shrestha. And he'll work it up to Hamad, but just out of reach of Maj, and it will be a throw-in for Collinsville. It'll be taken by, is that Suarez? And Carranza will just punt it forward. Unable to find anybody really. And playing it forward now. And now back up into the midfield off of Munoz. Not the cleanest touch of it, but Chris is able to make a play on it. Leaving it now for Doria. He's got Carter running. And played back there to Munoz, who is fouled. Edwardsville fans maybe not thrilled about the call, but will be a free kick. But so you got to back up just a little bit. It'll be from not quite 35 out. And they will mark off the wall here. And they're actually going to play it farther back, which I guess there's nothing saying you can't do that, but they will move it over. Schlechte relaying instructions. Ball is chipped up through for a field goal, which is too strong. So it'll be a goal kick for Schlechte with 5:10 left in our first half. Played up here for Liardi. And not a very good ball as Doria comes up with it. And kind of misplays it, gets it back to Munoz. And all defending there from,
19, Henry Vivian.
not sure who that was. Wilkinson able to get a strike on it. And it will come now to one of the Collinsville players, but it looks like we had a handball. So it'll be a free kick from Edwardsville from, well, still a decent ways into Collinsville territory. 4.5 to go. A little less than that now, actually. Thank you all for watching some soccer here on a Tuesday night. I might have actually said Thursday earlier, but it's not. It's definitely Tuesday. Like I said, last Tuesday of the month of September. It'll be October soon. Like I said, starting to feel like fall now as we're officially into it from the cosmological point of view. Hamad makes a nice move and a cross into the middle, but it is cleared away. Still a little bit of danger here, but there's a bit of contact there. No foul called. And the Kahawks will look to make a run forward. Here is Doria. He's got some pressure coming, but stays with it. And a nice job there by, I think that was McMillan, able to make the play, and it's pretty quickly thrown in. And as a Collinsville team with a lot of speed, and they like to utilize it, but they're going to be a bit more patient here. Carter will play it back, and a cross, but it's headed away there by Shrestha. And making a play on it there is Wilkinson, and Shrestha misses it. Wilkinson does a good job dispossessing, and that went off of Shrestha, and it will be a throw-in for Wilkinson, but he'll go ahead and leave it for Suarez. 3 minutes to go here in half number 1. And a nice side spin on it. Unable to do much with it there was Doria. Munoz fighting in there with it. Got it at the top of the 18. Nobody there. Doria with it now. And he still has possession, does Juan Carlos. And he'll chip it in with the left foot. Munoz with it, but it's cleared away by the Edwardsville defense. And they'll go ahead and push it forward here. Carranza with it. Carranza headed it. Hamad, nice job there by Giovanni Mann, able to come up a little farther forward than his usual position. Wilkinson with a head on it now. And Doria will not quite keep it in. Be a throw in for the Tigers. Shrestha will leave it for Liardi, I would assume. And it is. And he'll throw it forward here off of the head of Suarez. Wilkinson able to get to it again. And we'll come now to Doria. And Lunsford able to make a play on the ball for Edwardsville. And it'll be a throw in for Collinsville with the gain of some territory for Edwardsville as we're at 95 seconds to go. And Doria still with it. Goes out of bounds off of Shrestha. And Doria working quickly will throw it up there for a charging Kiefner. And that is blocked and stays in. Cleared away by Edwardsville. Wilkinson fighting for it, but Edwardsville will look to make a counterattack forward. As Lunsford looks to make a run. And he will play it over for Hamad. And he crosses it wide, but Carter able to get to it. 1 minute to play, says PA announcer Chris Kettler. That'll go out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Collinsville. And pushed forward again. Edwardsville able to maintain possession. Here is Lunsford. Has his face in the middle of the field. Working it forward. And now it'll come back to Shrestha off the deflection. Nice move there to get around. And a left-footed strike goes well wide. It'll be another throw-in for... or another goal kick, excuse me, for Henson. 20 seconds to go. Probably about one opportunity left if things go well for Collinsville. And Henson gets a good strike onto it. And it's popped up into the air at about midfield. That might have been a handball, but it wasn't. And that's cleared away into the stands. And that will wrap things up here at halftime.
That's the end of the first half of play.
Got no score here in Collinsville between the Kahawks and the Tigers. See if we can find some out-of-town scores for you as we'll take a little bit of a break. Be back in just a bit on the Kahawk Broadcast Club Network.
The Collinsville Daily News, the new online source for everything newsworthy in and around Collinsville. This news source is designed to be the heartbeat of the Collinsville community and is owned and operated by members that live in this area. The Collinsville Daily News generates their revenue with local support from the community in which they serve and from advertising. They do not charge to read their content, so you'll never run into one of those annoying paywalls. Not only that, but the Collinsville Daily News offers free classified advertising. You have items you want to buy, sell, or trade? It's free to post. Wedding or engagements announcements, as well as obituaries, all free at collinsvilledailynews.com. Plus, they have the content that matters most. Collinsville news you need to know, coverage of Kahok sports, and a keen eye on city news. The Collinsville Daily News also has an event tab that allows you to find out what is going on in and around the region for you and your family, the heartbeat of the community. Helping readers make sense of an increasingly chaotic world. Check them out at collinsvilledailynews.com, on social media sites Facebook and Instagram. The heartbeat of this community is the Collinsville Daily News. Keep your ride shiny and clean with Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville. Owner Jay Merkel and his crew at Extreme Details believe in the value of community and in helping their community hold the value of their vehicles with a sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details can handle any job, whether you drive a small car, an SUV, or even a bus or RV. No job is too big or too small at Extreme Details. Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal, no matter what you drive: cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, and more. Plus, Extreme Details can handle fleet vehicles for you and your company. Call Jay and the gang at Extreme Details at 618-977-1224. Check for periodic specials on the Extreme Details Facebook page. Put the shine in your ride with Extreme Details, 618-977-1224.
First National Bank of Waterloo, with over 100 years serving the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo at their Maryville and Collinsville locations, and now in Marissa, St. Laborie, and New Athens for all of your banking, mortgage, and lending needs with super low closing costs and low construction loan rates. When you need a loan, call the Collinsville team at First National Bank of Waterloo at 618-345-1121, or visit their Maryville or Collinsville locations or online at fnbwaterloo.bank. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking, conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100.
We welcome you back into a little bit of a halftime show. We're scoreless here in Collinsville between the Kahawks and the Tigers. Edwardsville with 5 shots on goal compared to none for Collinsville, though Collinsville certainly did put some pressure on there later in the first half. And, 2 corner kicks for Edwardsville, none for Collinsville, and I think early on, the run to play was with the Tigers, but able to make some things happen, and Collinsville were able to counterattack a bit. Some out-of-town scores for you. Belleville West are up at halftime over O'Fallon by a score of 1-0. Waterloo picked up a win over Highland by a score of 4-0. Carlisle defeats East Alton Wood River 5-2. As Carlisle goalkeeper Matthew Guthrie now has the state record for most saves in a career, as he is up to 1,019. And Columbia with another final as they defeat Salem by a score of 8-0. And that is that there. Do have some volleyball. Mater Dei able to pick up a win over Freeburg. Belleville West picks up a 2-set win over Alton. And Highland beats Jerseyville in 2 sets. And that is just about all. Do you know that Collinsville girls volleyball were in action as they took on O'Fallon down at the Panther Dome? Todd Duke brought you all that game. And see if he's got something posted on the Kahok Sports Network Facebook page. And it was a 2-set win for O'Fallon, 25-10 and 25-15. All right. We're going to go ahead and take one more break. Be back in just a bit for second half of action here on the soccer pitch. Scoreless at half. Be back in just a bit on the Kahok Broadcast Club Network.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jason Regg, your Benjamin F. Edwards financial advisor, understands this. That's why Jason Regg is a proud supporter of your Collinsville Kahawks and the Kahok Sports Network, as well as the Kahok Educator of the Month Award. For all of your investment needs, see financial advisor and investment vice president Jason Regg at the Benjamin F. Edwards office in Collinsville, located at 1008 Vandalia Street, or call Jason Regg at 618-223-5215 or visit benjaminfedwards.com. Benjamin F. Edwards, member SIPC.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the Event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family. Looking for someone to help get your house in tip-top shape? Look no further than former Kahawk Kara Gray with Clean Living Cleaning Services. From bathrooms to kitchens to garages to bedrooms and even commercial spaces, Clean Living is your place to go. Clean Living guarantees expert-level work done by expert-level cleaners. No matter how much grit, how much grime, let Clean Living shine. For more information, check out the Clean Living Cleaning Services on Facebook or call 618-979-9634. A clean space is a happy place. Clean Living Cleaning Services, 618-979-9634.
We welcome you back into the broadcast booth, just about ready to go for our second half of action. There's the horn to signal everything. 40 minutes more back on the clock, and we could have more, but still have a while to go before we consider the possibility of overtime. And Looks like pretty close to the starters for both teams. Maybe a couple of changes. See some new faces as they switch sides here. Collinsville will be shooting right to left. Edwardsville will be shooting left to right. Henson and Schlechte remain in goal. Linesmen will head back out to their position.
Edwardsville put the ball in play over the second half.
And we are underway. Ball put in play there by Parker McMillan. And pushing it forward quickly are the Tigers, but it's off of Collinsville head. Attempted back heel there from Hernandez Mendoza, and they'll chip it back over to Rod, but able to make a play on it there is Schlechte, and he'll just roll it out real softly there for their right back, which is number 2. That is Allward. Got Vivian up here on this side now. And played back to Schlechte. And he'll kick it forward, trying to find Allward, but TJ Carter able to get the better contact of it. It's played back. Allward will keep it in play. And pushing it forward there now for McMillan. And then to Hefferlin, and now over onto the other side for Shrestha, I think. And that is onside, but Collinsville able to get some defenders back. Carter able to clear it away, and Carranza will just go ahead and push it forward off of the head of Munoz, but it will be quickly picked up by Lieberman, just back to Schlechte. And now again for the Edwardsville defender, and pushed forward, but able to make a play on it there, at least to start with Suarez, and it will be a Collinsville throw-in. Throw-in comes quickly up to midfield off of Munoz, and now to Hernandez Mendoza, pushed up forward by Wilkinson. Kind of splits the middle, not the cleanest touch in the world, and able to get to it there was Hernandez Mendoza, but a nice stop there from the midfielder. I think that is McMillan. Hard to tell from here. Wilkinson able to pick it up for Collinsville, and Carranza will just push it forward. And up now to Allward, and back to Lieberman. And he'll just go ahead and play it back to Schlechte. And he'll push it forward. Suarez unable to make a play on it, but there comes big Enrique Carranza to make a play. Kahok's asking for a handball, and it is granted. A free kick from 40 yards out, give or take, out on that far side sideline. And it's pushed forward, low, headed again, but that was offside, says the linesman. So it'll be a goal kick for Schlechte. Schlechte will put it back in play off of Carter. And able to get a piece of it was Hernandez Mendoza, but Lieberman will take it and just play it on back to Schlechte. And he'll push it forward now over onto the opposite side for Shrestha, but he's pressured by Collinsville. Hernandez Mendoza over there. And back now to Carranza, and he'll put a little chip on. Not the cleanest touch from Munoz, and able to clear it away there are the Tigers in the form of Hefferlin, I believe. Carter will throw it in. Up now to Mendoza, and he gets shoved, no call. And I guess they tried to play advantage, and it will be a free kick for Collinsville. Going to be from right at 40 yards out. Right on the right hash of the football field, near side for us. Got Munoz and Suarez back there as they'll back the wall up. And the referee says it is. Says, no, guys, you got to come back here. Now we're ready to go. Suarez or Munoz could play on it, and it will be Munoz. Pretty good ball. Bounces around, but cleared away by the Tigers. And a good chip to open space, but moving over there to make the play on it was Brinker. And, yeah, that will be a little bit of a foul. Bit of a push in the back there from Wilkinson, so it will be a free kick for the Tigers. Push it over to the other side, and Shrestha up now. And try and chip it over. Carranza in a foot race, which he will lose. And cross in, gets through Carter, and it will be a throw in for Collinsville. Throw in comes off of, that is Mailer, and Mailer with it once again. Edwardsville playing it back and forth. Here now is Hefferlin. And that ball is chipped into the middle, but Henson will just go ahead and let it go. It'll be a goal kick for Braden. Just past 6 minutes elapsed here in our second half of action. And pushed forward there by Henson. We'll get through. Hernandez Mendoza able to make a play. And that would have been offside, so Munoz has to let it go. And it will roll to Schlechte, who throws it quickly over here for Allward. And he'll just go ahead and chip it forward. Hunnebrinker hustling back for it, and he will play it out. It'll be a throw-in for the Tigers, who do gain some territory, As Vivian was ready to take it, but he'll go ahead and leave it for Allward, Back down to Vivian. He's got some space, guarded pretty closely there by Carter, and stepping up and clearing that away pretty nicely there was Suarez. And it will remain Edwardsville possession at the cost of a little bit of territory. Allward once again with the throw in. That comes to Hunnebrinker, not a clean touch on it. Vivian will come up with it. And is fouled, and we have a shot and a goal there from, and it's just a second to catch a number here. Is that McMillan? And it looks like it will be goal there for McMillan. That will make it 1-0 Tigers here at
Edwardsville Tigers goal scored by number 11, Parker McMillan. Time of the goal, 47-22.
47-22. As we have a foul for Edwardsville, and the referee says, hold on. We have two balls on the field. Carter will throw it in. Comes to Doria. And to Carter now. Over now to Munoz. And that is deflected, but Edwardsville able to maintain possession. And we have a foul on one of the Kahok players, and so it'll be a quick free kick for Collinsville, but that for Edwardsville, that's a little strong, but Vivian able to track it down. Up there now to Hefferlin, and now Allward will play it across the field off the head of one of the Kahok defenders. And able to work it forward now are the Kahawks. Not getting a great strike on there was Dominic Mann, but Edwardsville will go ahead and play it back more into their defensive zone. Cross it over there for Allward. And now to Hefferlin, back to Allward. Hernandez Mendoza coming over to apply some pressure now. And back to Hefferlin. And getting it now to Vivian, who will play it backwards the other way. And pushing it forward now are the Tigers. Hunnebrinker will get to that one, and he'll attempt to clear it, but Edwardsville able to maintain possession, and Henson will just let that one go wide, and it'll be another goal kick for Henson, as Collinsville will make some substitutions.
Collinsville substitutions, number 3.
Mann.
Palmisano, and number 8, Giovanni Mann.
And Hernandez Mendoza out. Giovanni Mann and Vince Palmisano in for the Kahawks. Skied up into the air, taken care of there by Lieberman. Wilkinson steps up to make a play on that one. And pushed forward. And Hunnebrinker will let it roll back to Henson. 1-0 score in favor of Edwardsville. Parker McMillan picks up the goal 7 minutes and change into the second half of action, as Henson does not get a great strike on that one, but Hunnebrinker will clear it away for the moment. And Edwardsville are able to keep it in. That goes off of the Edwardsville player, and Suarez will have a throw in from right about midfield, looking to move it quickly. Playing it up there for Palmisano, and that should be a corner kick. And it will be. All right, first corner kick of the night for Collinsville. See if they can get anything going off of it. Cross is low and cleared away for the moment by Edwardsville, and now a bit more seriously. Mann, and able to make it the play back there to Hunnebrinker. And Hunnebrinker will just push it forward. Come down now for one of the Collinsville players. Doria tries to leave it there for Carter, but it's cleared away, and there was a deflection, so it will be a throw-in for the Tigers. .28-19 left here in our second half of play. Wilkinson hustles for it, but unable to keep it in, and so Edwardsville will just gain some territory as the Tigers will make a sub. Out comes McMillan. In comes... Find out here in just a moment. That Bernay again. 6.
Edwardsville substitution, number 6, Katie
And
Bernay.
it is. Bernay dispossesses Wilkinson and is promptly fouled by Doria. So it'll be a free kick coming up here. And they'll go ahead and let Allwart take it. It'll be coming from about 45 yards out. And Allwart will actually leave it for Lieberman. And he's ready to go. And he'll go ahead and chip it forward off of the head and in for a goal. That quickly makes it 2-0 Edwardsville. And I think that is... Nice ball there from them, and looks like they're going to give that goal to Bernay, I think. And that makes it 2-0 in favor of Edwardsville. Collinsville moving quickly here. As Munoz is dispossessed there by Vivian. Wilkinson able to get a strike on it. Up now to Doria. And Carter able to keep it in the 18, and he'll head it down, but Schlechte able to get to it as the defenders shepherds off Palmisano. Be a throw-in coming up for the Tigers over on that far side. Two nothing score. Goals from McMillan and now Burnett. As that ball is cleared away. And it will be Collinsville possession. Suarez tried to gain a step forward a bit too much, and they'll say, no, bring that back. And let Mikey do it again. And Suarez, or Munoz, excuse me, playing it up, but Edwardsville able to defend it well. Up now for Vivian. And he'll play it back to his defenders. And now to Allwart. And he'll chip it up there. Edwardsville able to maintain possession, but clearing that away. And then Mann will play it up in the direction of Doria, but Edwardsville able to maintain possession. But Doria does a good job shepherding away. Carranza plays it off of an Edwardsville player, and the Tigers are able to keep possession here. And the cross comes in. Hunterbrinker able to head it away, and Carranza will do the same. Stays with Edwardsville in the form of not McMillan, excuse me, that was Hefferlin. Now over here on this side for Allwart. Marked closely there by Carter, and TJ pushes it in, and it will be a corner kick or a very deep throw in, as both teams will make some substitutions. Anyway, and it will be a corner, number 4 on the night for, or 3, excuse me, on the night for Edwardsville. And Carter is able to clear it out, and there now for Mailer. Playing it forward to Mailer again. Cross, but a nice job stepping over there by Wilkinson. Mailer will chip it in again. And Hunterbrinker will briefly get it out of the 18-yard box. And Edwardsville are able to keep that in. And they'll try and recycle it, will the Tigers, over to this near side of the field, and they do so successfully. And they'll play it back there to Lieberman, and he'll chip it up off of the head there of McIntyre. And making a play on it there was Dominic Mann. And it will roll deep into Tiger territory, and they'll just go ahead and play it back to Schlechte, who strikes it well, but it will go out of play, and so it'll be a throw-in for Collinsville from decently far forward. And Munoz able to come up with it off of the deflection, but Edwardsville quickly able to make a play on the ball, and Collinsville able to get it right back. Munoz again. And it'll come to Wilkinson, who is able to play it forward, trying to get it there to Hernandez Mendoza, I think. And Henson will go ahead and just survey things and put a nice forward kick onto it off of a Collinsville player's head. Working forward now. And over here now for Allwart, up to Vivian. Carter marking well. Hernandez Mendoza able to make a play on it. And he is fouled by Mailer. So it'll be a free kick for Collinsville, as we've got 21:50 to go here in regulation. Edwardsville up 2-0 on goals from McMillan and Burnett. And it's played in, but Schlechte able to make a play on it. So it'll be a goal kick for him. And Schlechte puts a really good strike onto it. Going to flip the field, going to roll all the way to Henson. Nice job there from Schlechte, able to flip the field. And we'll see now what Henson's able to do. This is a bit higher, less linear. Still gets across midfield. And Edwardsville able to make a play. And we do have a foul called there on Bernay. And it'll be a free kick from midfield taken here by McIntyre. It's a pretty good strike onto it. Off of the head of one of the Edwardsville players. Comes down for Doria, and he puts it in for a goal. Well, the Kahawks do get one back. All right. So Doria does pick up the goal at 59-40, or 59-40. And the Kahawks do get one back. We're not done yet. Still 20 minutes and change to play.
Collinsville Kahawks goal scored by number 4, Juan Carlos Doria.
Goal number 5 on the year for Doria, I believe.
Time of the goal, 59-40, Doria.
And we have a foul there as Carter is knocked over. Be a free kick coming up for Collinsville, and it looks like they'll have McIntyre take it. And he puts a good strike onto it off of one of the Edwardsville players and will not be able to be kept in there despite the best efforts of Vivian. And Tigers will quickly regain possession, playing it up forward now for Bernay and leaving it now for Maxwell, I believe. And they'll chip it up forward. Henson will get to that one. And we do have a foul called on Henson, so this might be a penalty kick. And it will be. They're going to have Mailer take it, looks like. And it is in for a goal. And that makes it 3-1 in favor of Edwardsville. At the 60-46 mark, so just over a minute later. That makes it 3-1 in favor of the Tigers.
Edwardsville Tigers' third goal of the game scored by number 16, Ben Liardi. Time of the goal, 60-46, Liardi on the PK.
That was 16? Yeah. Okay. I stand corrected. That was not Mailer. That was Liardi. Make that quick note of that. I could have swore it was number 10, but it was actually number 16. Sorry about that. But still a goal on the PK at any rate. 3-1 in favor of Edwardsville. Hernandez Mendoza with it for Collinsville. Playing it now for Doria. Now back to the Tigers, working it forward. Hernandez Mendoza with it. Now Wilkinson chipping it Back up towards Rodrigo. And able to get a head on it over there is Mikey Suarez. And Edwardsville are able to make a run here. And Kahawks will keep it in, but playing it to nobody in particular. And moving forward now are the Kahawks. Here is Munoz. Got a run on there on the far side from Hunnebrinker. And it will be a goal kick. One substitute in for each team. Dominic Mann will head to the bench for Collinsville. Henry Vivian to the bench for the Tigers. As Jack Kiergan is the substitute for Edwardsville. And it'll be out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Tigers. Nice long throw-in, probably from Liardi over there again. And it'll gain a little bit of a territory for Edwardsville. Under 17 minutes to play now. 3-1 in favor of Edwardsville. And cleared away and result in a play in the box and a shot. And just wide of the goal. Henson just able to get a piece of it, and will be corner kick number 4 for Edwardsville. Corner comes in, headed away by Collinsville. Edwardsville able to maintain possession for the moment, and the shot goes wide, and that will be a goal kick for Henson. Wilkinson able to make a nice play on it, and Evan will chip it forward, trying to find Hernandez Mendoza. And it's cleared away for the moment, but the Kahawks are able to maintain possession. Another cross in. McIntyre with a nice strike on it, but will be a goal kick as the shot did go wide. Schlechte will chip it forward off of the foot of Carter. Wilkinson in there as well. And up there now for Jack Marty into the game for the Tigers. And they'll try and push it forward. Hunnebrinker gets shoved down, and that will be a foul. Edwardsville player will check on him. Didn't appear to be anything malicious in that. We'll go ahead and let Henson take the kick. Henson puts a solid strike onto it, off of the foot of Wilkinson. And he'll play it back now for Hunnebrinker. Hunnebrinker will attempt to play dump and chase, but that's a bit too far ahead of Suarez, as the Tigers will make a substitution. As McMillan re-enters. Kahawks working their way forward. and it will come through to Schlechte. And that first one was actually, that second goal for Edwardsville was actually Liardi as well, so Liardi picks up his second. Saw the 6, I didn't see the one in front of it, as we have a foul on Collinsville. Didn't quite see what exactly the infraction was, but it will be a free kick for the Tigers. Big strike will go long and wide. Henson will just let it go, and it'll be another goal kick for Braden. Next action for both teams will be Thursday, another Southwestern Conference matchup for both teams. Edwardsville will make the trek up to Alton to take on the Redbirds, and Collinsville will be back here to take on Belleville West. As Hernandez Mendoza is fouled, so it'll be a free kick for Collinsville coming up here. It looks like they're going to have Doria take it, and actually he'll leave it for McIntyre. McIntyre pushes it high, and Schlechte and the Kahok player make some contact, but the Tigers are able to clear it away. So the threat of anything in relation to scoring was gone pretty quickly. Bring it back to McIntyre, and now over here on this near side for Hunnebrinker. He'll look to reset, and he does, but it's not towards anybody wearing the purple. So it'll be a throw-in for Edwardsville after they make 2 substitutions. Maxwell and Liffritz will head out, as Hefferlin is one of those subs. I'm not sure who the other one was. Wilkinson able to get to it, but it'll just go to Coach Lugie, and it'll be a throw-in for Edwardsville, from in front of the Collinsville bench. 10.5 to go, 3-1 in favor of Edwardsville. And Edwardsville will work their way forward, but Hunnebrinker steps up and puts a pretty good clearance on it, gets it across halfway for a moment. Doria with possession of it now, and he gets it back and will play it back to his defenders. And pushing it forward, trying to find Hernandez Mendoza. And we have a foul on Hernandez Mendoza, who thought he had a goal. Kahok fans not very happy about it. Or do they call it offsides? I thought they called a foul on Hernandez Mendoza, but I guess they didn't. Linesman ruled it offsides, and the Kahok fans are not particularly happy about that. And that one is chipped to nobody in particular. It'll be a throw-in for Collinsville, as Hernandez Mendoza will leave it for Carter. And he'll go ahead and leave it back for Hunnebrinker. And Tyler will go ahead and throw it forward off of the head of one of the Edwardsville players. Up now to Hefferlin. Suarez with a long way to go, and the Edwardsville player will get there first, and is then taken down by Suarez, and that will be I'm going to give him a card. And he's going to come over to talk to Coach Lugie about something. Don't know that there was a card issued. Not sure what exactly that was. But it will be a free kick for... All right. Wilkinson with it for Collinsville, and Edwardsville quickly regaining possession. But Wilkinson able to get it back, and Evan will play it back to Hunnebrinker. And over now for Doria. And forward now to Munoz. And he'll play it forward. Run there for Suarez, as we do have a foul called, as there's a player caught some air. I'm not sure there was that much contact, but there was a bit of a flop. It was a successful one, which, and again, that was pretty far away. It could have been more significant contact than what I saw. Referee's closer than I am. Edwardsville with possession for the moment, but Collinsville able to clear it away. Wilkinson does so off of the head of one of the Edwardsville players, now to Doria. And he attempts to make a move, and it will be a throw-in for the Tigers. I'd like to thank you all for watching here. 7 minutes to go, still 3-1 in favor of Edwardsville, as we have a foul against the Tigers. It'll be a free kick for Collinsville from about just past halfway. Actually more like 10 yards past halfway. And they'll take it quickly. Some space there, but Edwardsville able to step over there. Nice play there from Liardi, I think. Roll back to Henson. Be a free kick. Edwardsville with it, but Wilkinson make a step to it, but maintaining possession there is McMillan. We're at about 5.5 to go now. Still 3-1 in favor of Edwardsville. As ball goes out of bounds, it'll be a throw-in for Edwardsville. They have a stoppage here for... Not sure if Edwardsville made a substitution or what exactly, but looks like they're ready to go now. That's played out of bounds by a Tiger player, and will be a throw-in for Collinsville. Suarez moving quickly. Trying to get it up there to Doria. And it will remain Collinsville possession. Doria will leave it for Suarez. Looking to work it forward. Munoz with some pace, but Edwardsville player goes down away from the play, but nothing called. And Edwardsville player able to make a play on it, working its way forward and chipped wide of the net. It'll be a goal kick for, or did they call it a corner? Looks like they're going to call it a corner. Number 5 on the night for Edwardsville. Be taken over here with about 4 minutes to play. Corner comes in, comes down to Liardi. He's got 2 goals already. Sure, it would be nice for him if he were able to pick up the hat trick here in the last couple minutes, but doesn't look like there will be a goal here in any immediate moment. Is a nice tap on there for Munoz. He's got some space for Hernandez Mendoza, but a lot more white jerseys back there for Edwardsville. And it will be a throw-in for the Tigers. So the threat quickly dealt with there by the Edwardsville defense, who really have played pretty well tonight. Be a throw-in from in front of the Kahok bench. Kahawks with possession. And quickly back to the Tigers. We'll just pop it up over to the Edwardsville bench. Under 3 to go now. Still 3-1 in favor of the Tigers. As I mentioned, we'll be back in action Thursday evening at Alton. I'm not sure if they're going to have, not sure which of Alton's venues they're going to have that game at. But I do know that that's who they're playing. So I'm sure y'all can find out whether or not that game will be played at Piasaw Motor Fuel Stadium or at the football field. Throw-in coming in for Collinsville. And mentioned earlier, but again, Collinsville will be back in action next on Thursday as they host Belleville West. It'll be a Belleville West here at Kahok Stadium. Todd Duke and Brett Bourne will do that one. My next broadcast will be Thursday night over in Fletcher Gym as the ladies play host to Belleville East, Southwestern Conference Volleyball. They'll look to respond from their loss tonight to O'Fallon. Under 2 minutes to play now. Edwardsville will have a throw-in from right about midfield. And played back there by Bernay. And over here now for Allwart. Up now for Vivian. Does have an assist tonight. I think he had one pretty similar to that in the first game. Beautiful pass there to Hamad, but Kahawks with it here right now. Nice job there by Lunsford fighting off Carter. Tigers will maintain possession up now for Vivian once again. 1 minute to play. As Lunsford will split 2 defenders, but it's cleared away there by McIntyre, I believe. And it'll be a throw-in for Edwardsville with about 45 seconds to play, as we'll stop the clock. Get a ball back in. Played back to Lunsford. And now to the other Owen. That one's Mailer. And the Tigers will reset as I'll just go ahead and push it forward into the corner, and Edwardsville forward is offsides. And Henson moving quickly will come out to the 20-yard line of the football field and put a kick onto it. See if the Kahawks can get a consolation tally here, but doesn't look like that's going to happen as the final few seconds tick off here at Kahawk Stadium. And Edwardsville will pick up the win in this one. Get back over 500 on the year as they improve to 7-6-1, 3-3 in conference play. Collinsville will drop to 3-5-1 and 3-3 in conference play. Mentioned to you all what the next game for both teams will be, as well as when my next broadcast will be, so that'll go ahead and wrap things up. I'd like to thank you all for watching, and like I said, my next broadcast will be Thursday over in Fletcher Gym, as I got some volleyball as the Kahawks take on Belleville East. But until then, 3-1 your final here tonight. Everybody stay safe and have a great rest of your day.